What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about Land 1.5 specifically, and whether or not it is ready for release. Now, I'm just going to give my experience for those of you who may have missed the live stream earlier, in which I actually started off the live stream going through Land and not having any issues. So I've heard nothing but, not so great to mediocre things about Land 1.5 on Mavs. This is me in Mavs right now, and I'm going to walk through the third plot. I set up the first two on stream earlier, but I don't expect you guys to all go through and check out the stream. Here is what I'm going to do just to walk people through what is needed in order to be able to get started. So let's see if I have any more issues, and then we'll go and talk about where we're at for the November 28th release date, which is what they are currently planning. So when you get into the land, I guess the land tab here, you start off on the map page. You can go into production. That's going to be the new thing added in. And you can see here that I have work sites set up in 2 out of 3 of my plots in region 51. So I'm going to go through and just click through here. So you can see here that I created an SPS work site, and then in one plot, and then this is the keep that I have. So I actually didn't even need to create a work site there. You can actually see how much SPS I have been able to, accumulate so far, 12.03 over the past couple of hours or so, whatever it is. And it's just, continuing to accumulate up. I'm able to go and harvest it. I will need some grain, which I did buy. So let's actually start from the beginning here. All right, so this is the tutorial for people when you first get in. First thing you will need to do is add dark energy. So when you get into, for example, if I'm going to get into like region 51, I click on this. How much dark energy do I have in the entire region? So I can add dark energy here. Now I already added 50,000, and that should be good enough because I'm not even using max cards. So I'm not going to add any more just because I don't feel like it, but you can just go in and add stake DEC, and then I'll add more. Actually, you know what? Just to make sure things are working, like I said, let's add 1,000 more. So we should be at 51,000. And there you go. 51,000 out of the 50,000 required is what it's showing. So that does not make any sense, but there you go. Total dark energy. Whoops. Total dark energy is 51,000. The dark energy that we've used so far is 50,000. So now we have an extra 1,000 to work with now. So let's see what we can actually make happen with this. Oh, I guess the amount that I put earlier ate up all that 50,000. So what I'm going to do is click here. And now here is a forest, undeveloped. There's nothing going on. So as soon as I click into it, you can see there's no boost, no production, no energy demand. It's just doing its thing. So I'm going to go ahead and click manage. And from here, this is where I can add people in. So you can add a power core. There you go. Okay. So you can add a power core here. Now I have 2 already, but if you need to buy more, you can just click into here, and let's just see, I'm going to run out of DEC. That's why I don't want to keep doing this, but I guess they're going to reset everything soon. So I'm going to click buy power core, and that should eat up 5,000. Oh, I got a Tapos error. All right, so I guess we ran into something. All right, so there's one thing. Let me go ahead and add a power core. If you had a Rooney, you'd also be able to add a Rooney in there. And so I guess I don't have any other Rooney available since it's already being used. Now, let me just go ahead and add a single worker because I don't want it to be anything too crazy. I'm going to throw my Dr. Blight on land. And how much is he going to require? So 10,000 energy. Oh, you know why? Let me get rid of him because I only have 1,000 DEC or dark energy. So let's actually go with the amount of energy that they're going to require. We only have 1,000, so I just want to use someone who's going to be at 1,000. We're just going to put one person on there. So Zerial, perfect. So now I'm going to add Zerial. If you have more workers, you can add more workers across. If you have a title and a totem, you can click on those. Before I even click, I'm going to hit save changes because that's what we got to do. So 150 per hour. So I'm going to confirm. Now keep in mind, we have not yet decided on what we're going to do. I'm just adding workers to this land plot. And so now we have 150 production worth here. Now, if I want, I can go back in. Let's go back to manage. And if I had another title, I can click this. Titles would show up there. If I had totems, I could, do them there. I can claim another totem if I want. So you come here, click claim totem. but those are still set for giveaways. Actually, I don't even know why. It doesn't matter because this is just this is just Mavs anyway. So there we go. Let's go back out, and you will be able to see this whole thing. So I built an SPS farm already. Let's go and do a grain farm. Sorry, a shard mine. Let's do a grain farm. Now, here's the thing. If I click on build, this is where you got to be careful, because if you click the wrong thing, then you'll have to like spend on the other side. So now it's going to take me 416 days, 15 hours, 59 minutes, and 50 seconds in order to complete this with one worker that is 1 BCX. So let's go ahead and actually speed this up. I do have some time crystals. If I want to buy more, I can just click the button there, and that'll allow me to buy more time crystals with DEC. Now I can come in and I can slowly start to add some, right? And you can see it's not going to give you an updated time, but just from a progress bar, you can see what's done there. I will hit max though, just so that we can get it all the way completed. And then the one thing that I already have, so this isn't going to be the greatest example, but I already have some grain because I just bought a ton. So in order to get work started, you would need to have grain, right? And so I bought a bunch of grain earlier, so I'm sitting on like almost 10,000. So I can feed my workers. So construction has successfully completed. Before production, your workers will be required to grain to maintain their physical form. So let's go ahead and give them some grain. And we will be set to go. So now, looks like we are set to get 3 grain per hour. And I guess the cost is going to go up, in relation to that. So if we can then go back out, there's should be like a nice kind of page. Perfect. Okay. So now here's something where I'm producing 3 grain per hour. Here's the energy demand overall. Here is the total production per hour. Although this is kind of weird why this is 150. Oh, 150, I guess, per PP. So that's kind of it. I don't have any other bonuses or rarities or whatever the case is. I guess efficiency is at 100% here because I'm using all of the dark energy that I need. And so, yeah, that's what it is. Now you can see my grain is starting to go up. The grain cost is going to be a fraction of that. So keep in mind that, roughly like it's like half of whatever you produce in grain is going to go towards the cost. So you can see here that that's kind of the case, right? I'm at 0.05 and it's going to be 0.025 in order to harvest that. Now, I don't know why I can't harvest it. I think you're only allowed to harvest. Oh, time left to claim. Looks like you're able to do it once per hour. So I am not able to do it yet. I'll have to come back, which I'm not going to do for the purposes of this video. But now you can see that everything is complete. So, I got the keep. And if you just want to take a quick peek at that, you can see here what's going on. Oh, this is not the keep. Where is the keep? Here you go. So you can see here that, I added some cards earlier. So my tax rate is 41%, again, out of 100, right? The possible 100 that I can get. You can see all the cards that I've added in. That's where I have my Rooney, Title, Totem, right? And actually, I didn't even add another power core. I could have added another power core here in order to add in, oh, you know what? Actually, let's do that now. So the benefit of Rooney that you get is if you add a power core, you are able to throw that in. So how come there's no power? Where do we go? Power core. Okay. So see, I have Rooney available. So I added Rooney as a power core, but I can also add an additional power core. And there you go. That lights up the last slot there, the Gargoyle line. So let's go ahead and save. That should actually get us to 42% now of a tax rate. Again, not much of a change, but over time, that could mean something. So overall, I mean, aside from the Tapos error, which we've heard from the team is kind of just common whenever it's not in production, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I didn't run into any issues. Now, I know that's not the same for everybody else, and I know for people who want this to be like perfect, pristine, and pretty, it's maybe not quite there yet. But I would say, from my experience so far, I have not run into anything that would make me not believe this is ready to go. Again, maybe I'm being a little optimistic here, and I know, there's been a lot of salt and uncertainty and everything thrown around there. I've even thrown some for fun, right? But on the whole, my experience earlier today, and hopefully what I just showed you, is that everything seems to be in working order. Now, that is just my experience. I am not going out trying to break things. And if other people are trying to break things and are successful in breaking them, then obviously it shouldn't go live. But I would love to know what your guys' experience is from here. Please do let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video. See you around the game, and we'll see what they say about land on November 28th, 2023. Catch y'all later. Take care.